What is up, Avelino? I think that's how you say your name. But I'm sorry about not like text messaging you. Is I figured went to sleep, and at the next morning I had to do a lot of things, so I was really busy. And on top of it, man, I was doing a whole bunch of videos and shit like that, so that freaking took over. So that being said, my bad. And but I'm gonna show you how I would have traded it, and so yeah, I did trade this pair around here and took it down to the my profit target, which was the negative 23% retracement, and this one as well. See, when it comes to my strategy, I rely on confirmation, so I need a lot of confirmation, at least three or more confirmation where I'm going to get into the market or where I'm getting out of the market. So since I'm trading the 1 hour chart, the first thing I want to do is look for the market sentiment. So is the market going down? Is it going up? You can see that around this particular level, it started going down. So it's making lower lows and higher lows, right? The price action. So that being said, I'm looking for some shorting opportunities. I am not looking for some buying opportunities. See, you could have bought it here. It could have taken you that, but I'm not looking for that. No, I'm not looking for that either. So I'm looking for some selling. I'm looking for these. I'm looking for that. I'm looking for this big move, which has traded, right? This made a higher high. This high is higher than this high. So people more than likely would have like bought around this particular area and tried to take it up. Not for me, since I know the market sentiment is to the downside. I'm gonna go ahead and look for some selling opportunities. So that's what I did. And luckily, I was pretty much lucky with this one because this was a really fast move. So that was that was like an 8 hour move. Usually that takes about like a couple days to complete. But so yeah, I'm gonna show you the way I would have managed it. So for this example, I'm gonna show you this trade right there. I'm gonna go ahead and go to. So I'm turning on the 4 hour chart, right? I'm looking at the 4 hour chart to find the market sentiment, support resistance levels, and more than likely trend lines, right? So if I can find the trend lines on the 4 hour chart, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the 1 hour chart. But since I was able to find it, I went ahead and did it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the 1 hour chart. And the way I would have managed it is I would have done another trend line, which is here, and you can see that this never broke until then. But before that happened, we was able to get out in our profit target, which is the negative 23% retracement, right? So let me show you another example. Let me go ahead and remove some of this stuff. Go ahead, delete this demand zone, this trend line, Fibonacci. So I'm thinking more than likely you traded this right here or this right here. These 2 points you more than likely would have traded. So the way I would have managed it is I would add my another trend line. Let's say you would have made this trade, right? I would have added another trend line. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom into the 1 hour chart. So you have two trend lines. You got the top one going down, and you got the bottom one going up, right? So as soon as you see it, so you have a selling up position, right? You trying to take it down. As soon as you see it bouncing, so here or here, and starts going above it and closes above it, that's your exit point. So you were going in here, so you would have made a little small profit, not or either a small profit or broken even. So that would have been an okay trade. It would have been a smart trade if you would have exited here because it broke the trend line. So now, here's another example. If you would have gotten in here, you would have thrown another trend line, taking it down. That's you managing it right here. And then you would have done probably this one. this trend line or this trend line. So you got two possible trend lines that you could have gone off of, and you see that it bounces off of this trend line and closes above this descending trend line. So that's your exit point. You would have made a small profit. You got in here, you sold it above this trend line, so that would have been a small profit. Now I showed you the other one on how I got in there, and that was my exit point and how I managed it. So taking it down, never broke it until you did this trend line. It broke here, but I would have been out by then. So yeah. So if you have any more questions about my strategy or anything like that, go ahead and ask me. Ask me. So that being said, I'll see you in the messages. Let me go ahead and just stop this.